I am totally a better dad because of this program.
We learned a lot about being able to know what was right and what was wrong when you're in a relationship.
It's enhanced our relationship as a couple. It's made it more positive.
They changed my life completely 360.
Investing in relationships matters. It matters for the children, it matters for the community, and it has a significant impact. It is an investment that's worthwhile.
Too often, fathers kind of fall to the wayside and feel like second-class citizens in the family. And I think by just bringing them up to an equal level in the family dynamic, I think that will help keep families more stable and help futures for kids.
The first goal is always to increase father-child engagement. We're teaching skills for them through our evidence-based curricula with healthy relationships that teaches them how to not only have intimate partner relationships, but also to have relationships with their children, with their spouses, with their family, and even with their employers.
I don't have any kids of my own, but my wife, she has 3 kids. When I was a kid, my dad wasn't there, so I didn't really have that role model figure to kind of look at and say, oh, that's how you gotta be. The best thing they taught me is to listen to the kids. They soften your heart here. And not only that, but they teach you how to talk to your wife. I look at it this way. Batman has a tool belt, and Batman always has the right tool for the right job. That's how I look at programs like this. They help you get the tools you need.
A strong dad is part of the foundation of a strong family, whatever that family might look like.
Some of the challenges that our fathers face, and the reason why they come to our program, is not having access to see their children, maybe having a bad co-parenting relationship. Some of our fathers have not graduated high school, or they've been incarcerated for long periods of time. So I've seen fathers' dreams and hopes change because they now believe that they can move forward and be positive and productive in their lives.
To be frank, I've been arrested, incarcerated, and that's not where I want to be at, and I cannot fulfill the needs for my children if I am incarcerated. Now being here, it gives me like a different outlook. It shows me discipline, and it sets us up for the future. It's an open group type of situation where you feel free to talk, and it kind of brings out that you're not the only one going through the situation. It's changed my life and my family because they're going to get a better person. I'm a better person overall, so I can better provide and make better choices.
The True North program is a project that works with youth ages 17 to 23 that are either currently or have been in foster care. A lot of the youth haven't had the best primary caregiver relationships. What True North offers is an opportunity to meet with the youth in a non-judgmental arena, talk to them about whatever they've experienced, and help them to see that that past doesn't define them.
I was in foster care at 7. My mom, I guess, she was leaving us at home by herself or whatnot, in abuse, whatever. Now I'm 23 and I have a child. He's 2 and it's very important. Now that I'm on my own, I don't have anybody to teach me things. So the fact that I was able to be with True North, I had somebody to teach me about financial stuff and relationship goals. In order for you to love someone else, you have to love yourself. You have to find love in yourself and accept yourself for who you are. I didn't love myself at first. I did struggle with stuff like that, but now I'm starting to love myself. Now that I have some insight on everything, it made it easier for me.
We help people love well. What does that mean? Communication skills, what is commitment, what does that look like? How do you live that out? How do you do conflict resolution? What does that problem solving look like?
Single, kind of still trying to figure out life really, where I am and what I want really. What I've learned through the Family Bridges program is kind of how important communication is and that my values matter, especially what I want in a relationship. I am definitely more prepared now than I was before. before taking the program. They brought more confidence to myself, so now I could easily tackle the world.
We focus on family strengthening programs, and the reason we do that is because we believe that that's the foundation of having purpose-driven children in our society that in turn can be leaders in their community.
We got to a point that we were not able to communicate to each other, and it was like started going home. We felt like we were going to jail, like we were in a place that I don't want to be there, because it's like there was a lot of stress. She had her own stress, I had my own stress, and there was no communications. So we were so exhausted, and our relationship was so chaotic that we didn't have no hopes. We've heard about Family Bridges through our church. The speakers were letting us know that you have a problem, but it's up to you for you to fix it. This is what we have found that might work. We've been 17 years together. Now it's like, hey, let's start all over again. We started dreaming again, basically. We're happy, and our kids, they see it.
I think at the heart, most parents want to try to make their relationship work. And this is an opportunity for them to come and to learn skills that can strengthen their relationship.
Russell and I were very busy at the time. We were job hunting, life changes. Our baby had just been born and we were tired.
I thought that we didn't really need that much help, and we found out we did. I learned how to listen to her and then sort of reflect back what she was saying, and we have a better understanding of what we're doing.
In the program, we also learned about putting our best forward for our child, and that, first of all, means our relationship needs to be first.
I would say that I'm a better dad because I'm a better husband now. I think family expectations makes a big difference.
The workshops themselves, they really dig into hands-on type activities. We ask them to go back and think about who their role models were and what they've learned, good and bad, from that. And then we teach them new techniques and how they might change their future by adopting these new techniques. Just a workshop can change their lives. It's amazing.
We teach a skill called speaker listener, and it's really where people learn to communicate and break down their communication and understand that we're not listening to respond, we're listening to hear, and then we respond. And that's just not a skill that a lot of people in the country have.
We really try to reinforce the idea that a lot of the soft skills that you'll need in the workplace are the same ones that you'll need to sort of navigate, the relationship with the co-parent or collaborating with the co-parent to raise a child. So I think there are a lot of transferable skills there.
I've seen over 3,000 fathers come through this program, and I can think of only a very small percentage, if any, who didn't want to be engaged. It was because of the lack of economic resources that they were not able to provide or be as engaged as they would have liked to have been with the children. So the economic stability is key for them because it's creating a pathway to longevity.
Came to Horizon Outreach, unemployed, I didn't have the skills, I didn't have the resume skills. Also, me and my daughter were going through things because me and her mother were not on the same page, living in 2 different houses, so I came looking for all the help I could. Gave me a scholarship, and I went to school. They had the driving course over there. Next thing I know, I got my CDL, I graduated, put in for a job, and they was willing to take a chance, and the rest is history. Now, my daughter, she doesn't have to say, hey, well, my dad's doing the wrong thing, or I don't know what my dad's doing. She's kind of proud. My dad's a truck driver. He's on the road. You see that 18-wheeler? That might be him.
Basically, I was kind of homeless. I was bouncing around through friend's house, sleeping on couches through couches. I didn't have appropriate income, so I was doing other things that society would frown upon. Strong fathers, stronger families got me this wonderful job that I am now in Bronx Works. I prepare lunch and dinner. It makes me feel wonderful. It makes me feel like I'm actually doing something for another human being, like I'm involved with society through this program. I want to be a father that my father never was. You know, just be there communication-wise, finance-wise, just being there through the walk of life with my child, something that my father never done with me. So hopefully he understands that I'm doing everything for him so he can see a better life than what I had.
It starts with having hope, and a lot of times dads come through the door with no hope because things just have not worked out in life. Now when they finish the program, they're excited that they have hope and the belief that they can make things happen for them and their children.
By having these programs, we can help stabilize the population that we're serving, which then will create better outcomes for their children, and hopefully we can have supportive communities just from these programs.
Families are getting restored. Children are just feeling more hopeful. The programs work.
If a man or a woman has hope, then you have this idea that something's going to get better for me. This situation is going to change for me. One thing about hope is that you can run off of that all day long.